Hi, how are you? I'm fine. We are at page 106 of my new method for Descan recorder. The piece is the number 413, Canario. Canario is a dance. Ta-ta-tan, ta-ta-tan, tan-tan, tan-tan, ta-ta-tan, ta-ta-tan, tan-tan, ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ra. For be sure, you have to think 4 notes, 4 semiquavers, ta 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 ta, and make just the first 3 or 4 instead of ta 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 ta. You make ta 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 ta. This is the rhythm. 1, 2. If you must be sure of your rhythm, you can transform the third note, the quaver, in 2 semiquaver. In this way, the rhythm is for sure exact, because ta 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 ta, and the first 3 notes B, A, B are surely in the good position. Okay, for under 14, Alle Benden Prinsen Aren is a song of what Jacob van Eyck in 1646 make 2 variation. In G minor it is 1, 2, 3. The problem when you have a theme with variation is that you have to maintain the same speed. So, or you make the theme too slow, pom, 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 or you have to do the semiquavers very speed. Piri piri pim pim, piri piri pim pim, pim piri pim pim pi. But it's not good to change the speed for didactical but also for artistical reason. For under 15, lovely song by John Dowland, Can She Excuse My Wrongs? We don't know if she can excuse our wrongs. Wonderful melody. The problem is that the tempo is changing from 3/4, 3 crochet, to 6/8. I think that the quaver remain the same, so it's just a changing of structure but not of speed. If I make the first bar in quaver, so double knot, these are quavers, and then so the third line, if you listen, and this is, if, for example, in the second bar, so the speed of the quaver remained the same. The problem is that we are not counting the quaver, but we are counting the crotchet. So it's not easy. 1, 2, 3. Not easy. This is typical from the Renaissance and early Baroque music, that they change the metro, the how the notes are grouped. Lascia che io pianga la sorte mia, Wonderful Melody by Georg Friedrich Händel, 416. Slow, because it's sad music. 1, 2, 3. Trill we will see in the next chapter, but there is a moving the finger between two notes. The note two notes, the note written and a note higher. This is a G and a A. But we will speak more about trill in the next. Now, complicate speech, but we need to do it. When we started to study music, we learned that the unit of measurement for the tempo was the crotchet, and that a length of one beat was attributed to each crotchet, each quarter. 1, 2, ta, ta, ta. So the quaver, the eighth in half crotchet, ta, ta, ta. The triolet are 3 in 1 crotchet, ta 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 ta, ta 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 ta, and the semiquavers, 16ths, are 4 in a crotchet, ta 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 ta, ta 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 ta. In this world, all is clear and simple, but unfortunately this is not always so. The problem is that today we play music from different cultures and different centuries. Each period had its own way of counting and writing music, and those pieces were not transcribed in the way we write music now. So when we play music written in the Renaissance or in Baroque, classical or modern periods, we find the different units of measurement from the whole note or semibreve to the half note or minim or the quarter or crochet as in our music so far. Other used eighths or quavers and still other sixteenths or semi-quavers. We cannot change this confused situation. We can only to learn how to play music written in these different ways. To give you an example for all this, I have written the same music in 5 different ways. The first, counting in semibreves, is how it was written in the Middle Age. The second, counting in minims, is how it was written in the Renaissance. The third, counting in crotchets, and the fourth, counting in quavers, is how it was written in the time of Bach. And the last, counting in semi-quavers, is how it will be probably have been written by Beethoven. In this exercise you will find the demi-semi-quavers, so there is a 132, 132nd. There can be no mistaking their value, half of a semi-quaver. So now we are many times the same music, but written in different way. And what is interesting is that the 470A and 470B and C and D and E are the same. It's not that the last is faster than the first. It's not that the first is slower than the second. They are the same, exactly the same music. I will play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5's music are 5 or 7? No, 5. These 5 music, and you will see is exactly the same. 1, 2, 3. This was 417A. And now 417B. 1, 2, 3. And now 417C. 1, 2, 3. And now 470D. But why I say ever 1, 2, 3? Because there is 3 ein, 3 unit, 3 half, 3 fourths, 3 eighths, 3 sixteenths, but there are 3 for each bar. So the tempo is this, and change what the composer or the writer decided to be the unit of measurement, but not the speed. Of course, the first note of 470C is shorter of the first note of 417B, but when they are together, but not when they are written in different moment, in different place, at distance for 100 years. It's not easy, but I don't know another way for explaining this. I think that we are 470D. 1, 2, 3. And the last, the more crazy in my opinion, 417 E, 1, 2, 3. We can't change it. This is the situation. This is when you study music, you will meet music written in different way because they arrive from different period, but they are not of different speed. I continue in my lecture, in my horrible English. We have every right to ask why there should be these different ways of writing. Why this useless complication? There are, in my opinion, two reasons. First, now we play music of different periods, different country, different styles, so we need to be able to read music written in different way. But second, more interesting, down the centuries, almost every generation of composer and musician has tried to do something new and better than the previous generation. And one way of doing this was to introduce new note faster. Almost every generation thought, I need a new note. I cannot write my wonderful new music using only the notes used by my father or my grandfather. If you look carefully at the name of the note, you will be surprised to see that a note that for us today is long, very long, too long, is named breve. Breve in Italian is short. Why short if it lasts ages? Because in the Middle Ages it was indeed played as a short note. And why do we use the word minim, which comes from Latin minima, meaning shortest, for a note that is so long? In normal music a minim is long. To, ton, ton, to. And why this name minim, this is shortest? But because in the Renaissance it was the shortest and the quickest note. But some years later, someone thought he needed a shorter, faster note, the crochet. And later again someone invented the quaver, and so on. So we do need to learn to read this different way of writing. It is very important to pay attention to what it is written at the beginning of each piece of music, just after the clef and before the sharp or flats of the case signature. 3/4 signifies that our unit of time in this music is the crochet, and then there are 3 crochet in every bar. 1, 2, 3. 3/8 signifies that the time unit is the quaver, and that there are 3 quavers in each bar. 1, 2, 3. But beware, a piece written in 3/8 is not necessarily faster than one written in 3/4. It's just a different way of writing. To gauge the speed of a piece of music, we need to follow the direction given at the beginning, adagio or allegro or presto or largo assai. If there is no indication, we are free to choose the speed of the piece. Here now it's some music written in different ways of counting. As you can see by looking at the metronome numbers, the music may be written in different way, but all must be played at the same speed. Of course, just is not a rule, but it's a sample. I make a tourbillon written in 3 minim, 3/2. So, and the minim is 132 metronome. And 419 allegro from Marcello, and this is the crochet, the quaver, there is 132. And then we have Belle qui tient ma vie, and there is the minim 132, and then there is Furelise by Beethoven, and then there is the crochet, the quaver 132. So you will see the same speed and different way of writing. I have to open we have to find a metronome online, so we will have 132. I hope it will run. Yes, 132 is this. Okay, and now I will play my music. Tourbillon. 1, 2, 3. And now, at the same speed, it's not easy the music, but it's lovely. 419, Allegro from Benedetto Marcello. 1, 2. Not easy, but lovely music. And now, Belle qui tient ma vie. 1, 2. I have to count just 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. I changed the note by mistake. I make a G sharp when it was G natural. And now, wonderful Beethoven for Elise. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, now I stop this. I hate metronome. I think all is okay. The chapter is ended and we arrive at the chapter 11 in the next speech. Bye bye.